Over the years on Animal Jam, a lot of creepypastas and generally just rumors have been spreaded around on the game like wildfire. And one of the most popular ones being the user Null. Today we're going to be talking about the origin of Null, where they actually came from, the creepypastas surrounding this identity, and if Null is an actual person. Without further ado, let's just hop right into it. So first of all here, let's just start with where did Null come from? If I recall correctly, I think the first instance when Null actually popped up on Animal Jam was when they first increased the buddy list from 100 to 200, and back then the buddy list was formatted a bit differently to how it is now. So usually this is how the buddy list usually looks on Animal Jam nowadays. However, previously when the buddy lists were a lot smaller, it would also display the name of the animal of the person on your buddy list, so it would do this for all the people that were online. And when Animal Jam first introduced this update, it was a bit glitchy to say the least, and some people saw the person Null on their buddy list and had the animal name Temp Avatar, I'm pretty sure, which kind of gives you the implication here that Null is just a placeholder name holder for when you actually click on a player card and it's just kind of loading in, or if Animal Jam is even having a hard time fetching on where you're trying to follow another player to another room and they're in somebody else's den and it's just generally having a hard time fetching on what den they're in, it'll usually just show Null at first until you click off the player card and click back on it. Now, next up we are going over a creepypasta made on Null. Now there's many more than just this one I'm going over, and obviously as the name implies, creepypasta, it's not real, it's a made up story, do keep that in mind. I'm just gonna do a TLDR just for the sake of this video, but pretty much this Null creepypasta that is from Wildworks writing fandom generally is just about a encounter with Null, and this person pretty much gets logged out of Animal Jam and their computer freezes up and whatnot, and after their instance with Null, they were never actually found on again and they never returned to Animal Jam. Generally when creepypastas for Null or even other general creepypastas, they typically follow the same kind of format here. They have an encounter with this specific person, they get their account taken, and they're never seen again. So for those wondering, these aren't true, and typically if you see another person say something similar, it's also not going to be true. But this definitely did spread the kind of popularity, I guess, and the generally unsettling aura, I guess the username Null spreads off, and that aura that kind of surrounds that, and it just sold a lot of people on that factor, and I think that's what made Null kind of so popular in the community nowadays. Now, wrapping us up here, was Null an actual person? Now, if you look up Null on Animal Jam Classic right now, or even on Animal Jam Play Wild, it will show you this grayed out tiger. On Animal Jam Play Wild, it will probably show you something different, because usually when you look up a name on Animal Jam Classic and it's this grayed out tiger, it means it was a account created on Animal Jam Play Wild but wasn't registered on Animal Jam Classic. But knowing this, a lot of people think that Null here, this player card, is an actual person, and yes, saying that is true, this is an actual person. However, this isn't the same Null that kind of surrounds as the same in the creepypastas or whatever, or even people that use a new username glitch to register the name Null, such as the one on screen right now. A lot of people kind of just called this guy a hacker because a lot of people at the time were very skeptical of the username Null, and someone popping up with a username glitch showing their name as Null, and then when you try to search it and it was nothing could be found, it definitely did scare a lot of people. But fortunately enough, this isn't really an unsolved mystery. I'm still gonna title it the same because that's generally how this series goes. However, we know exactly what the cause of Null is, and that's generally just due to either lag on the game or generally just a normal Animal Jam Classic glitch. However, as said prior, the same username you see here on a player card when you're trying to follow someone and it says Null's Den isn't the same person as you search up when you search up Null on Animal Jam. But I guess that is just the solved mystery of Null on Animal Jam Classic.